Recognize Chairman Higgins from Louisiana for 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, it's nauseating to listen to some of this. It's really stunning. I don't know where they find these people that don't get it. They like breed these people in laboratory experiments or something. You're disconnected from reality. It was just a couple of years ago we had the border under control. You whine on about broken immigration systems. What Western nation? Who? Canada? France? Germany? Great Britain? Mexico? All of them have much more restrictive immigration programs and laws than the United States of America. We're the most generous, compassionate, wealthy Western nation in the world for immigration. We want citizens of every land to come to this country legally. Our border is wide open and out of control, and Americans are dying because of it. And I know Secretary Mayorkas is watching this or having his team of attorneys watch this. Good. Because over the course of the next year, this committee is going to lay out the case against you, sir. If I could arrest you for violations of Louisiana revised statutes, I would. Louisiana revised statute 1432, negligent homicide. Louisiana revised statute 1424, principal to any criminal action. I charge you with thousands of murders as principal too. 18 U.S. Code 1001, you certainly knowingly and willfully lied to this body again and again and again about our border. Section 242, Title 18, under color of law, you've deprived Americans of their very life, including this young lady. The picture behind me, that's Sammy. She's just a little girl, dead from fentanyl. It came under your watch, Secretary Mayorkas. Remember her name. I'm going to see to it that you have plenty of time in the course of your remaining life to remember the names of the 200,000 Americans who are dead because of fentanyl coming across a border that you have blown wide open. Sheriff Lamb, thank you for being here, sir. I'm sure you understand my passion, having to listen to this nonsense. We could fix our border in 1 week. Am I right, Sheriff? If we had policy coming out of the White House that allow you to enforce the law and empower the federal agents on our border that are tasked with securing the sovereignty of our nation against the criminal cartels that control 100% of the Mexican side of our southern border. Could we do it, Sheriff Lamb? Had we done it before as recently as 2019?
Yes, Mr. Higgins, we could do that. Maybe a week might be tight, but 30 to 60 days, we could definitely fix this. We're America. We can stop this when we decide we want to stop it.
When we make a decision to enforce existing law, we can flip this thing around. Sheriff Lamb, in my remaining minute, it's a very disturbing development that we've been watching over the course of the last year or so. These guys crossing the border are increasingly violent, and your men, your deputies are encountering that. Will you characterize the demeanor and purpose of a typical getaway that you encounter in your town and expound upon the increased violence that you're witnessing from these men?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Higgins. Absolutely. We are seeing increased violence more and more. The ranchers along the border very fear for their lives every day. These are military-age men that are avoiding detection at all costs. Many have paid between $6,000 and $12,000 to come here, and that's a lot of money to them, and they're not going back, and they're not going to go down without a fight. We've had traffic stops where they've tried to run my deputies off the road while we're trying to stop a load vehicle. A secondary vehicle will try to run them off the road. We had one such vehicle. We chased all the way back to Phoenix, to find it was a female with a 1.5-year-old child and a 5-month-old child in her car with her. Violence is absolutely an option for these people. They have zero regard for human life.
Thank you, Sheriff. Mr. Chairman, I yield.
Gentleman yields. I now recognize